Hello, I'm Vicky from Balloon Market and I'm going to show you how to make a special delivery alfoil balloon. This is our design here. It's really simple and easy, which is what you need for your elf balloons, because you tend to have so many orders that simplicity is key. For this design, I'm going to use some metallic red ribbon, our Balloon Market exclusive special delivery alfoil balloon, a 29-inch sitting elf on the shelf foil. We've got some 5-inch red latex balloons, 5 260Q red balloons, some vinyl that I've cut using a silhouette cameo. We've got some U-glue dashes to stick everything together and some 12-inch mirror white gold latex balloons. And don't forget, after, you can add your little elf in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get our 8 12-inch mirror white gold balloons. I've used white gold and red, but you can mix it up and use whatever colours you really like. So I'm going to inflate them to 8 inches. So I'm using our well-used balloon sizer. Once I've put them through to size them to 8 inches, I'm just going to round them off and then tie them nice and tight to make a duplicate. Let's do that again. Round them off. And I'm going to join 2 together to make a quad. So I've just twisted one over the other there to make it nice and tight. And then they are going to sit on top of each other, but before I connect it all together, we're going to need the little 4 5-inch to go in the middle. So I'm just going to use a hand pump to inflate these. These need to be inflated to 3.5 inches, or it's 2 pumps on the hand pump. I'm going to make 2 duplets and then join them together to make a quad, the same as the 12-inch balloons. Twist those together. Twist them a couple of times there. So once you've got your 3 sets, what you need to do is to place your 5-inch balloons in the middle of the 12-inch. I normally take a neck from the bottom set and twist it through, so you're kind of like twisting the neck of the 5-inch with the neck of the 12-inch and bring them both to the top and then do a double knot to secure it. And that's nice and tight in there, it's not going to go anywhere. And then what we need to do is to place the 12-inch, our other set of 12-inch on the top. So I'm going to pull a neck from the bottom set of 12-inch through the middle, so you've got that there. Place the other set of 12-inch on top and then do another double knot. I like to pull it right through to the bottom and then tie at the bottom so it's nice and tight together and secure. And then we've got our present coming together. So we're going to pop that to the side. And then we're going to take our 4, we only need 4 260s at the moment. We'll leave that one for the bow afterwards. So we'll stretch out the 260s. With these ones, we're going to use 5 pumps there. Inflate 2 at a time, and then we can tie them into duplets. So we've got 1. Tie those together. And then these are going to surround our little box here. So I'm going to place them on the table and just twist them around each other so that they're secure in a cross shape like that. Then I'm going to place our box over the top, and each 260 should come out the little gap of each balloon so it sits quite snug. And then we're going to pull up opposite sides to surround your box. You want it to be quite snug around the balloons there. Once you've got them at the top, we're just going to twist them keep them in place. And then you can snip the ends, and we're going to tie those two sections together just to keep the 260 in place around the 12-inch latex. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with the other two. Make sure it's quite snug, and then twist them. Snip the ends. And then just do a double knot to keep them in place. What I'm going to do as well is just to grab the ends of the bottom one and just tie it around the top one as well, just so that they're quite tight together. And then you can take all four and just snip them so it's a bit tidier. Okay, so that's our present. We'll just make sure that all the balloons are in line. Yeah, so for this one, I'm just going to put the, so the messy kind of side, it's not that messy, but that's the bit that we want on the bottom. So that's going to be on the bottom there. Let's do our bow first. So you're going to need one 260Q, stretch it out. And you need to inflate this one with 4 pumps of air. And this is going to be our bow that sits on the front. Tie it off. And then I'm just going to squeeze it down to soften it up, so it's not so tight when we're twisting and the air can move down the balloon. Okay, so our first twist, we're going to need it to be about 5 fingers width. And this is going to be like the end of the bow. So about 5 fingers width. We're then going to make, so you want to tie it, twist it around 3 times, I'd say, to make sure it's tight. Then we're going to make a loop around the same sort of length, about 5 fingers. Once you've got your loop like that, we're going to twist the top 3 times so it's secure. So you can see our bow starting to take shape there. That's our end. There's going to be a bow there, and then another end. So we're going to make another loop. You can put it over the top of the first to make sure that you get a similar sort of size. Once you've got your size, you need to twist those two parts together. 1, 2, 3. You can see the bow starting to take shape. So you could leave it like that, but the 2 looped sides twist like so. So what you need to do to make them stay in place is just do a little pinch twist. So you're going to fold the end's tail back on itself to make a little bubble, and then pinch and twist that section to make your little centre part of the bow. So this side is quite long at the minute, and I want it to be equal to the left-hand side. So I'm just going to twist where I want it to stop, cut the end to let the air out, and then tie it. Move that over so you can see. I'm just going to cut off both ends as well, just to tidy it up. And there's our little bow, which we're going to stick on the front. I'm using some U-glue dashes just because I really like them. They're easy and quick. I'm going to pop that on the back of the bow, pull off the backing paper, and then I'm just going to position it at an angle, like so. Okay, now we just need to add our Elf on the Shelf balloon to the top. So this balloon comes in 3 parts. It's got the body and head, and then 2 legs. Each part you need to inflate separately. I'm going to use a Foil Pro inflator to do this. These machines are really good because they will stop filling the balloon once it's full. The air comes back out of the nozzle once it's at the correct pressure, so there's no chance of popping the balloon, which is really good. Let's inflate the legs. also much quicker than using a hand pump, which is great. Okay, so what happens with this balloon is the legs just slide into the bottom of the body so that he can sit. So he's all together like that. We can then stick him onto the top of our balloon. I like to put his legs at an angle so that you can see the bow, otherwise the bow's kind of covered. So I'm just going to use a U-glue dash again to stick him on. So with the U-glue dashes, you just peel them off the sheet that they come on. These are, there's different like packs you can get. So this is a pack of 160 that comes on sheets like this. But you can also get rolls and also some patches as well, which are like bigger ones. So you just peel it off whatever backing it comes on. And then it comes with its own little backing as well. So you just stick it where you want it. Just stick your U-glue dash on the back of his leg, peel off the backing paper bit that you don't need, and then you can just hold it onto where you want it to stick. Yeah, so he's all set like that. So next thing we're going to do is to get our Balloon Market Elf Special Delivery foil balloon. So we're going to fill our elf balloon with some helium. So I've just got a higher helium cylinder here and a 10-foot extension hose with an autofill outlet on the end. So this is really useful for filling foil balloons to the correct pressure. So you shouldn't get any poppages with this one. So it will stop filling when the balloon is to the correct pressure so that you can't overinflate the balloon. So place your nozzle into the valve of the foil balloon. You just want to support the balloon so that the helium can flow freely into the valve. And then when it's fully inflated, it will stop. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's stopped flowing helium because no more will go into that balloon. Once you've finished with it, remember to turn off your valve. So we are using a higher helium cylinder to fill this one, but you can use a disposable cylinder as well. You don't have to have a huge tank. I'm then just going to cut a small amount of ribbon. To tie the balloon, I'm just going to lay the ribbon across the valve. So where the hole is, you want that facing you. Place the ribbon across, and then we're going to roll it up, roll the neck of the balloon up. Once it's at the top, you can kind of like pinch the neck of the balloon towards you so it's in a V shape. And then you can tie the ribbon to secure it. It is a bit fiddly. You'll find your way once you get practicing. So that's one knot, and then tie it again. There we go, so that's nice and secure. So once we've got our balloon ready to go, I'm going to tie it on top onto the elf's hand. Chop off the extra bit we've got there. We don't need that little bit. And then do a little curl. Make this a better curl as well. And then the last thing we're going to do is to just add so this balloon can be personalised. There's a little message there, and then you can personalise it with a name. So I've already cut a name here, and I've put some clear application tape on the top to pull it off of the backing paper. So I've smoothed that down to make sure it can come away easy. And then, oh, that bit's a little bit stuck. There we go. pull that off. Now we're just going to put this down because it's a little bit easier when it's not floating around. And then we can put that on top of the text, try and make it central. And then you just want to carefully pull that away, and the vinyl should stay stuck to the balloon. And the last thing we don't want to forget is to add our little elf. Ooh. We'll pop him in the middle there. Our final design. So these are a great display. They're really easy and simple to do, but look really effective. You can adapt them for different events as well. I personally use them for Christmas Eve, and instead of having a special delivery foil, you can have a star and personalise it with Merry Christmas. Customers love them, yeah, really good to do. So I hope you've found this useful. If you want to see some more Christmas designs, we've got many other designs on our YouTube channel. But yeah, hope you all have a fantastic Christmas.